Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí níbi tí ẹ bá ti darapọ̀ mọ́ broadcast wa. I welcome us as you're joining. I say good evening. Mo alive by I saw later ma after about joint. Mo still lórí speaker but ṣé ká sọ̀rọ̀ later. Okay, all right, no problem. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí wa níbi tí ẹ bá ti ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa from wherever you're watching. Quite a lot is happening in Nigeria, and we must prepare as Yoruba people. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ni in tí àwọn politicians in plan. Now that they know that so many things are failing from their side, and we as the Yoruba people must also be 5 times ahead of them. I'm going to play our anthem and then we're going to roll into the broadcast slightly. Mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí níbi tí ẹ bá ti ń darapọ̀. Ìta bá ti gbọ́, a jẹ́ kí ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá náà má tètè gbọ́, even though we know that we are going. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wá, orílẹ̀ ìgbé wa, kàgbéga, kàgbéga, kàgbéga fàyè rí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé láti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́. Ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ni ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí èyí 28th of April 2022. I'm just looking at the time now. It's 17:39 p.m. That's 5:39 local time here in London, England, precisely where the broadcast is coming from. We, the Yoruba people, as much as we are ready to leave Nigeria, tá a bá lọ múra dáadáa, the government is also preparing their own, and that is why I have to come out quickly and update us. There's a lot happening in Aso Rock. A lot is happening. At the moment, Aso Rock is so confused. And when I mean Aso Rock, I mean Sokoto, because that is the Aso Rock of Nigeria. The caliphate are now thinking of what next. Somebody's asking, what are they going to achieve if election doesn't hold in 2023? I want to say I'm a boycott election, but the government is still going to cancel the election. The federal government. But they're not going to tell anybody now. Oh, ní sọ fún yàn kankan nísìn. The Cabals are planning to postpone 2023 election. But that is not something that they will say now. But the information have just reached me. The information that is happening in Aso Rock. When I say Aso Rock is not the one in Abuja because there's no more Aso Rock. The only Aso Rock you have now is in Sokoto and here in Great Britain. But everybody will be told to continue to campaign for 2023. It is just to create chaos among everybody, including those of us that probably are not sure whether a Yoruba nation will come. So what the government wants to do now is give the false impression to Nigerians that election will hold. Release Omoyele Sowore, kóun náà máa káàkiri. Open the border. But they know that election will be postponed. But kí ló wà nídìí pé wọ́n fẹ́ postpone election is the question we need to ask. I've been giving all the details, but not everything I'm going to say now. But what I can tell us is there's a big hidden agenda. Last week, Connie Afe Babalola was saying that we should have an interim government. Okay. When I was a little girl, the whole caliphate is now concerned that the country has finally divided. But what they're asking for now is just a bit of more time. They are buying the time now. And they need to buy the time as much as possible. Offer a time. And when I mean time, it could run to months, weeks, years. And that is the plan on the table as I speak to you right now. That is the current plan as I speak to you right now. Plan to one linear. They might not even cancel the election until few hours, just as they did towards the last election. How many of us remember the last election was postponed just few hours before the polling booth was open at 8 o'clock? Do you know that the last election, I was in Nigeria. The Yoruba nation has not started then as we have it now. But I was in Nigeria as an observer. while people were going to bed to sleep, there was a plan then as well to move that election. Even people were going out on still the same day without realizing that the election has been postponed. But one thing is, we have to be more security conscious now. Between now and towards the end of the year, in almost every part of Yoruba land, we have to be very, very security conscious. The caliphate are planning. They know that the country has now divided. And that is why they had to open the border. The reason behind the border, I will tell you some other time, not today. Ìdí tó ṣe ṣí border yẹn. If you look at Niger as we speak today, the danger is becoming bigger. They are telling the government to wind it down completely, but they don't want to give up. You might start seeing a lot of movement. Keep close eyes. Things are falling apart on a daily basis. But the information that I've just come through says that 2023 itself will be postponed by the government. And when I mean the government, I'm not talking about Abuja, because the power is no longer coming from the center. If we do not act between now and 288 days, a lot is going to happen. Should we, the Yorubas, refuse to do the needful? Everybody knows the needful. I don't have to go into the details. But they need a bit of more time. A bit of more time. So, you might probably hear Jonathan will declare as well anytime soon. There will still be more people who will declare. It is all to distract everybody. Because nobody's going anywhere. They know that. But what they're doing is to distract Nigerians that election will hold. So the more people are looking at the campaign trail, politicians are coming out declaring, it is just a way to keep the government running for as much as they can. It is just a way to keep the government running. But the government itself knows that the current situation in Nigeria as we speak right now, the last video that Pa Ayo Adebanjo did has moved some kind of goalpost. I'll repeat it again. I want the Vice President, Yemi Osibajo, to do a video and tell us if he attended a burial ceremony of somebody called Buhari. That's all I need to know. I don't need a press media statement from him. I just want him to come out because that would then be on a record for future preference. I don't need Laolua Conde or any of his media aides to release a statement. I want him to say categorically that he never attended a burial ceremony of somebody called Buhari. That's all. And I leave that chapter. There's going to be, keep an eye on a lot of Western. I know a lot of you are not looking up to that. But when I pick them up, Mama Pine for him. But if you are very good in how flights are moving, there's a particular website or a Twitter handle. I'll find it and I'll post it. Remember that we were told that during the COVID lockdown, they were moving a lot of things using the airspace of Nigeria, even though there was meant to be a COVID lockdown. It is not just the cabal or the caliphate that does not want Nigeria to wind down. The international community, that I'm going to keep their names for now, needs a bit of more time to decide when Nigeria should finally wind down. We need more time. They need that time to do that. And that's all I will say. I won't give so much now. You pick the news that has been in the public domain of a guy that blew himself up. The military is completely gone. We don't have any military anymore. The Nigerian military is no longer in control of the Nigerian government. It is now being controlled from outside Nigeria. I will leave the country where it has been operating for now. But as I speak to you today, the Nigerian military is getting their command from outside Nigeria. Àṣẹ tó ń wá láti military is no longer from Nigeria anymore. They've moved the command center outside Nigeria, but I will leave that country where it is at the moment. But what we are telling them is, whatever their plan and whatever the steps that they are taking, this generation are prepared to make sure that we bring down the fraudulent amalgamation and we de-amalgamate it. Have a very good evening and bye for now.